Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another week in my life with type 1 diabetes vlog where I bring you along on my diabetes journey. It is definitely morning. I have literally done nothing to get ready. Still in my pajamas, you know, mom life. Baby's sleeping, so I thought I'd turn on the camera and start this vlog. Over the next few days, I have a few diabetes related things happening, so obviously wanted to bring you along on that journey. As you know, we have moved cities, so we are out of Toronto now, and that means I have a new endocrinologist, so I'm very excited to meet my new endo. I am getting blood work done this afternoon in preparation for my appointment on Monday. This new endocrinologist seems very thorough. They are doing their due diligence because it looks like almost every box on the blood work form has been checked off, so pretty curious to see how many tubes they're gonna take from me. But I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what my levels are at, my A1C, my TSH, definitely my thyroid levels. I'm curious because during my pregnancy I was on Synthroid and then I went off, and this past week has honestly been pretty bad. Not bad, but scary, because I was in the emergency room with my daughter Eden for what we think was an allergic reaction to eggs. And it's just really scary to be bringing your baby into the ER. And our COVID rules here at our hospitals are still so strict, so only one parent can go in to the ER. So Rafi was waiting outside for many hours, and I was in the ER with her by myself for many hours. It was just really hard and stressful and scary, and we're really glad she's okay. But obviously we're avoiding eggs now, and she has been referred to an allergist. We're just waiting to get an appointment to check for an egg allergy. She is just having her first nap. I am waiting for my Dexcom to warm up, that lovely 2-hour warm-up period. So even though I do use a continuous glucose monitor or a CGM, I still do need to check my blood sugar with a glucometer once in a while to either make sure that my CGM is accurate, or during this 2-hour warm-up period that I'm in now, just to make sure that my blood sugar stays within a decent range. So especially today, I just ate breakfast and now I'm doing the 2-hour warm-up period where I have no idea what my blood sugar is. So for me, I really like to test my blood sugar with the glucometer during this period. So recently I've actually been using this new meter from CareSens, and I'm excited to show it to you today. And I want to thank iSense for sponsoring this portion of the vlog. So something that I really love about this meter is that it is an affordable and accessible option for people living with diabetes, any type of diabetes, at a much lower price point compared to most meters on the market, while not compromising accuracy. If you are located in the US, which I know a lot of you are, you can actually find this meter on Amazon. It's only $37.99. Another cool thing about this meter is if you are interested in logging your blood sugars on your phone and keeping track of your blood sugars for yourself or to show to your endocrinologist, this meter has a compatible smartphone app called SmartLog. The glucometer connects to your phone via Bluetooth and transfers your blood sugars to the SmartLog so that you can easily keep track. All right, so let's test now just to see what I'm at. Make sure that I'm not too high after breakfast. The strip in. I washed my hands, by the way. Squeeze out some blood. 125 milligrams per deciliter, and that is about 6.9 millimoles per liter. So I'm pretty happy with that post-breakfast. That is a good reading for me. So I will leave a link below in the description box to this meter on Amazon if you're interested. Baby girl is up and she's playing. She is absolutely loving her Love Every toys that I showed you guys in my last vlog. She especially likes these stacking cups. They are a big hit in our house. She's also really liking touch and feel books. She loves these books. That's Not My Unicorn. Eden, look what I have for you. Look what I have for you, Eden. Do you want a bottle? Okay, let's have a bottle. Sweet girl. Her appetite has just come back after her whole allergic reaction experience. She kind of lost her appetite for a couple of days, so it's a huge relief as a mom to see your baby eating well again. What is this, Rafi?
It's a print of our first NFT.
Ooh, it's so cool. It's a tree with digital roots.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the actual
NFTs.
NFT is like a little GIF where the like roots glow.
Yeah. So we're having a very sad lunch because we don't have a lot of food. We need to go grocery shopping. But I'm having an apple, some carrots, and a piece of toast and butter. Rafi's having egg over there, but I am not having egg because I'm still giving Eden breast milk and she might be allergic to eggs. So carb counting for this, I'm really eyeballing it. The bread I saw in the package, one slice is worth 10. Apples, just by eyeballing, this looks like around 15 grams of carbs to me because it's like a smaller apple. Normally the bigger apples are worth around 20. And carrots are hardly gonna be worth anything. I would just say like even 2 for these. There's just a few pieces. So altogether that is 10, 15 is 25, plus 2 is 27. So I'm gonna put that into my insulin pump now. And yes, I am not pre-bolusing. Shame on me. I just didn't do it on time. I am just about to head out to my appointment at the blood lab. My blood sugar is a 7.5 and dropping. I'm waiting on Dada to come upstairs to watch Eden while I run out. Luckily he works at home so he can book off a small chunk of time, come up and play with her while I'm out. That way I don't have to bring her to the blood lab. Where is this guy? I have to go. Rafi, I have to leave now. Dada on duty. I am back from the blood lab. Really, really good experience. Much better than my experiences at blood labs in Toronto. Everyone was really nice there and friendly. The wait wasn't too long. It was clean. Everything went well. I'm sitting here with Eden now on the couch and she has discovered my insulin pump lately. Kind of obsessed with it. So I have to be really careful for it not to be out or else she starts to take it and play with it. So I'll show you what happens when she sees it. What is that? I know you love mommy's pump, but you can't play with it. I'm sorry. So now we're just gonna have a chill Friday afternoon, hang out, have a little fika, go for a walk maybe, because it's really nice outside. And then I'm gonna get ready for dinner tonight because we're having dinner with the family. Since it's Friday, we're having Shabbat dinner. Good morning. It is Monday morning. It is a very rainy, dreary day out and we're just having a very calm and quiet morning, reading some books in Eden's nursery. I have my endocrinologist appointment this afternoon at 1, so Rafi is going to take me to the hospital for that. It requires some highway driving and I am just kind of getting back into driving again. I'm not quite ready to go on the highway, so he is going to drop me off and watch Eden while I'm at my appointment. I'm really looking forward to it though, to meeting my new endocrinologist. It will also be great to go over some of my blood work. I did get the results back from the blood work I had done on Friday and everything looked good to me. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but from what I know, it looked good. The only thing I was a little concerned about was my thyroid level. Oh my gosh, she's getting ready to crawl. I'm hoping I don't have to go back on thyroid medication. I mean, if I do, it's not the end of the world. It's just 1 pill a day, but obviously I would much rather not have to go on thyroid medication if I don't need to. But yes, I am looking forward to going and seeing what this clinic is like and meeting my new endo. I'm just packing my bag to go to the endocrinologist, but I thought I would just elaborate on the thyroid thing while I'm doing this because I realized that some people might be really confused if you're new. So I started taking Synthroid for my thyroid when I was pregnant. They found that my TSH levels were slightly elevated, so I took that throughout my pregnancy. And then once I gave birth to Eden, my thyroid levels went back to normal without being on medication. So we officially stopped it and I haven't been on it since. Now it looks like they're a little bit elevated again. I'm curious to see if they'll want me to go back on Synthroid. So before I head out, I'm just gonna do a quick test with my meter just to make sure that my Dexcom is somewhat accurate. Since I'm gonna be out and about, I wanna make sure it's accurate. So my Dexcom says that I am 6.0, which is around 110 milligrams per deciliter. So let's see, 3, 2, 1, 130. Okay, so it's a little bit off. My Dexcom is reading lower. So I will probably calibrate that just to get it on track. It is the day after my endocrinologist appointment. Everything went really well. I really like my new endo. Very knowledgeable, very up to date with diabetes technology, which I really appreciate. For the thyroid, he's not concerned, we're keeping an eye on it. It's definitely borderline for if I need medication or not. For now, I'm not going to take anything, but in the future, when we eventually want to have another baby, if my levels are still at this range, I will need to go back on Synthroid just to bump my TSH levels down. So I'm gonna end this vlog, but before I end it, I'm about to order my diabetes supplies. So I order my diabetes supplies, like my pump supplies, from Diabetes Express. And a lot of people have asked me in the past how much I pay for diabetes supplies in Canada. There's some misconception that everything is free here in Canada, and it's definitely not. It's still extremely expensive to live with type 1 diabetes. Obviously, insulin is cheaper here than it is in the US, but I feel like the supplies are around the same. You can let me know in the comments, but I'll show you kind of what I pay for everything. Okay, so today I just need some insulin pump supplies and a couple other random things. So I go to Tandem Pumps. So I'll show you a couple of the sites, pump supplies. So normally I would get these. These are my old sites that I used before the True Steel. So for a box of these, it's $195 and it comes with 10 sites. So that would last me for about a month for just the sites. And then I also need to get the cartridges as well. And that's about $55 for a box, which again is about a month for me. But today I'm gonna get the True Steel. So it looks like, ooh, that's nice. It's a little bit cheaper. So I'll do the 23-inch tubing, 6mm needle, add it to the cart. So $165. I'm gonna go back and get some cartridges. I also need to get glucose tabs. So I'll probably just get a big tub of glucose tabs. Tropical fruit. Bottle of 50 is $9.79. Products to make it stick. So I also need some skin prep for my True Steel site because I find that it comes off easier than the other site. So I'm gonna get a box of skin tack. Oh, I should also get these. They're so expensive, $19. Okay, I'm also gonna get removed to help take my site off. So in my cart, I've got a box of skin tack, a box of remove to help get my site off, a box of glucose tabs, some cartridges for a month, and sites for a month. $271 is the total. So that is just mainly for insulin pump supplies. As you saw, that doesn't include Dexcom, that doesn't include insulin. All that stuff is separate. I get insulin from the pharmacy, obviously. Dexcom, I order from the Dexcom website. Coverage depends on your private insurance, so you have insurance through work usually. Coverage for pump supplies really depends on what province you live in. It's honestly different all across Canada, so I can't give you a straight answer. But for example, here in Ontario, we have a program called ADP. And if you are part of that program, you are covered around 80% for your pump supplies. So I am in that program and I'm very fortunate to have a lot of my pump supplies covered. Just one province over in Quebec, from my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, there's no provincial coverage for pump supplies, so I think you have to have private insurance for pump supplies. People always ask me how much diabetes supplies cost in Canada and what the coverage is like. It differs so much depending on your income, depending on what province you live in, depending on your private insurance. Overall, let's say you are in Canada and you don't have any sort of insurance or any sort of government program. I believe JDRF came out with a metric that said it was around $15,000 a year. So just to give you a rough idea. But anyways, that is it for my vlog this week. Thank you again for joining in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.